Conversation to cars, and the hot item on Trade Me today was a 1966 Vauxhall Cresta. Hideous in its day, even worse probably now. Advertised as Prime Minister Helen Clarke's. Now the truth is, it was the family car bought from new when Helen was 16 and finally sold by her parents just 3 years ago. Well, that purchaser is now flogging it off, or at least his mate Ron Stockman is on his behalf, and they're cashing in on the prime ministerial connection. And it is working. The site has had more than 9,000 hits, and already there's an offer of more than $1,500 for the car that doesn't go, doesn't have a warrant, isn't even registered. Well, we sent Rawdon Christie out to kick some tyres.
It's a 66 Vauxhall Cresta bought fresh off the production line by one Frederick George Clarke.
Hi, Rawdon.
Ron, how are you?
Yeah, good to see you.
Yeah.
So this is it, is it? The famous car.
Definitely. I think they've had a lot of good times in there, but I wouldn't know for sure.
It doesn't start, but it does look pretty good.
So what's this,
3,300 cc's.
That was when the PM was just 16.
All original upholstery.
Yes.
A little bit ripped in the front where the driver's been, but it's in pretty good condition, isn't it? So what sort of interest have you had from Trade Me on this since?
There's been quite a lot of mixed interest in it, actually, about people that are obviously thinking that I'm doing it for the money side of it. I mean, if it helps sell it, well, and it's got a bit of history, like a lot of other things in New Zealand that have history, they're worth something because of that.
Tell me about this scratch down here, Ron. Do you know what this is? Do you think that this could be, I don't know, a 16-year-old Helen driving lesson, maybe?
Learning to drive, I'm sure.
Hardly perfect, but then what do you expect for a 40-year-old car with 83,000 miles on the clock, most of them driven by a very proud dad?
So you haven't had any bids from the Beehive in Wellington?
I'm not sure what aliases they might be hiding under, but...
I don't know if there was any courting done in the car or not. The Prime Minister tells us, because we spoke to her about it, that it was a great family car. The Clarke family used to pile in the back, apparently, on their way to Waihi Beach on holiday. Now, have a look at this. It prompted us to use a little artistic licence, if you don't mind, to come up with this photograph of her and the car she was so fond of. Now, to be fair, that is a photo of the car and that is a photo of her, although a little older than 16, but we sort of put the two together. It's slightly fraudulent, or I've told you we've done it. I am prepared to sign it or have someone sign it on my behalf and then auction it off. You can perhaps email us if you know what I mean. Anyway, that was our Prime Minister, and that is New Zealand Close Up.